Wealth versus the people. How is it that a handful of people control more money than the rest of us? Like all of us, like every American, a handful of people have as much money as the rest of us combined. How is that not inherently evil? How is that possible that it is a good thing? What can be good about that? A few dozen people have more money than the rest of us? How is that a good thing? How has it trickled down to you? Has it ever trickled down to you? Do you know anybody that trickles down to? I mean, maybe you're like a chauffeur for them and you're getting some of that cash. Maybe you're a yacht salesman and you're getting some of that cash. But it doesn't trickle down to anybody. It doesn't trickle down to anybody. They hoard that money. They hold on to that cash. So it's not really doing anybody any good sitting in a bank. Now, as a middle-class American, you're probably paying 35% in taxes. Guess what the uber wealthy are paying? A lot of the time, close to nothing. A lot of the time, close to nothing. You're paying 35% in taxes. You're paying sales tax. You're paying federal tax. You're paying state tax. And the uber wealthy, a lot of the time, pays nothing. Zero, zip, zilch. They don't pay anything towards our country. They're not contributing to society in any way. You're contributing almost to the point of not being able to survive, but they're not even contributing to this country. Paying taxes is a patriotic thing to do. Corporate America, right? Everybody, corporate America, they're probably paying their fair share in taxes. They make so much money, they got to be paying their fair share in taxes, right? Yeah, wrong. You probably heard Amazon made $11 billion in profit last year, and they paid $0 in taxes. Now, their gross revenue, I think, was somewhere around $135 billion that they brought in. Imagine if they paid 35% of that. Imagine how much tax money that would be. Wow. That would be amazing. Let's just imagine they paid the $3.5 billion in tax that they would owe if they were going to pay the same amount you do in percentages. So they made $11 billion. That's roughly more or less $3.5 billion. $3.5 billion. That would be pretty awesome. But they didn't pay anything. There are lots of corporations that make billions of dollars in profit, and they don't pay any tax. They're not contributing to society. They're not contributing to the infrastructure in the United States. They're not contributing to education. They employ people. They benefit from people getting educated, but they're not paying anything into the public schools. They use our bridges. They use our roads. They're tearing up our roads with their semi-trucks. They're tearing up our roads with their delivery trucks. They're not paying any money to replace that. They're not even employing a lot of people these days. Amazon wants to use drones. So that's not even anything that is helping, right? These corporations, you know what they want to get rid of? If corporations could get rid of customers and employees, they'd be perfectly happy. And I know that sounds a little ridiculous, but think of boutique industries like Apple. Apple doesn't want to sell a phone to everybody. They just want to sell a really expensive phone to a few people. They reduce their customer base. They automate their factories. They automate their middle managers. And there you go. Very few customers, almost no employees, and lots of profit that you don't have to pay taxes on. That's where we're going, America. That's where we're going. No jobs for anybody because technology is taking the jobs away and corporations aren't going to pay any tax. Just to give you an idea of how much money $35 billion is, that's approximately $6,500 given to 1 million people. So 1 million people could get a nice little $6,500 bonus. Now, the wealthiest man in the world, Jeff Bezos, is worth about $135 billion. He's the guy that founded Amazon. He could give $65,000 to every homeless person in America and still have $100 million left. He could give people a start in life, a second chance, and still have $100 billion. Okay, so maybe nobody's going to do that. Maybe nobody is that cool that they're going to do it. I certainly would if I had that much cash. I'd love to end the homeless problem. That would be amazing. That would be awesome. But let's just suppose that the 100 wealthiest corporations paid 35% of their gross income. You probably wouldn't have to pay any taxes ever. You probably wouldn't have to pay a dime. Imagine if the 1% paid just 5% more in taxes. Just paid a measly 5% on their money, the money that they have. That would be trillions of dollars to go towards healthcare, to go towards daycare, to go towards the public schools, to go towards infrastructure. If people that are wealthy paid their fair share, the world, the country, the United States would be a lot different place. This has been News for the Left and Us. My name is Revolution McInnes. If you like the show, hit the like button. If you really like the show, hit the subscribe button. And if you really, really, really like the show, ring the bell so you can get the updates on upcoming broadcasts. If you want to support the show, you can go to www.patreon.com/News for Left. Give a little donation there. That would be helpful and much appreciated. Thanks again for watching. My name is Revolution McInnes. Peace be with you, and namaste.